We start with a White House press briefing and a twist in the nuclear deal signed yesterday by the U.S. and Saudi Arabia. President Trump now says the Saudis must normalize relations with Israel to seal the deal. And that news dominated today's press briefing. Let's get to the White House and CBS News correspondent Natalie Brand. Hey, Natalie, take us through what was said during that press briefing.
Hi, Mugo. Well, a big question that came up is why wasn't this announced yesterday when the Energy Department put out a news release and touted this civilian nuclear agreement between the United States and Saudi Arabia, but did not mention the new conditions that the president placed on finalizing this agreement just this morning over Truth Social. The president now saying that the deal is subject to Saudi Arabia joining the Abraham Accords to normalize ties with Israel. He also made clear in that social media post that there's not to be any enrichment, that this is a non-military nuclear deal. Here's more of what Caroline Leavitt said when pressed on these developments today.
Look, the president is always the final deal maker, as you know, and this is something that he has mentioned on numerous occasions going back. I can provide you with those statements, and he has said if they don't join the Abraham Accords, the deal is off. So we'll continue to have those conversations with our Saudi counterparts moving forward.
So the deal is dead if Saudi Arabia doesn't join. And have you any indication that Saudi Arabia is even considering this?
Again, the president has spoken directly with the Saudis about this in numerous conversations in the past, and the administration will continue to engage in those conversations.
Now, the Saudi Crown Prince has previously said that joining the Abraham Accords would depend on a roadmap to a Palestinian state. So it's unclear where that leaves this agreement at this point and how Saudi Arabia will respond in light of this new message by the president. But aside from these new developments, and I should also mention that Israel's Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu, in his reaction, is saying that this would be a historic leap forward for peace. So we're getting this new reaction. But in addition to all of these new developments, it is important to also note that this civilian nuclear agreement would need to be reviewed by Congress. So it was sent there for their review as well.
And Natalie, we know the president also posted on social media today with a threat on Iran. What did he have to say?
Yeah, well, the standoff over the Strait of Hormuz and the fighting, the back and forth between Iran and the United States has appeared to spill over into another key trade route in the nearby Red Sea with the Houthis, the Iranian-backed Houthis, claiming responsibility for an attack Wednesday on 2 Saudi oil tankers. So President Trump, in response, posted a lengthy message on social media saying, please let this Truth Social post serve to represent that if they do this again, referring to the Houthis, the U.S. will hold Iran responsible in that the Houthis are a surrogate and or a proxy of Iran, and major military punishment will be inflicted upon Iran and, of course, the Houthis themselves, who I am very disappointed with. Another sign, Mugo, that the fighting, the escalation in the region appears to be expanding.
Okay, Natalie Brand at the White House. Thank you so much.